My name is Gordon Renee McLean. I'm 90 years old. My childhood I was born in Trinity, Texas. My folks moved to Brownsville when I was 4, and that was in 1938. And then life went on in Brownsville from there. My family was good. I'm the youngest of 4 boys, and I've outlived them all. I'm the only one in my family, original family, that's still alive. When I was 14, I got a commercial operator's driver's license, and that was during the Second World War, and everything was rationed, and they could not sell the automobiles and trucks from a dealership to people. They could only sell them to other dealers. And so my daddy worked for Tipton Ford in Brownsville, and then we would go up to Houston, San Antonio, and all around and pick up trucks. And all of us had driver's license, and we would transfer the trucks, and they would store them in a big warehouse in Brownsville. My first job was, I was taught, my daddy taught me auto mechanics, and he taught me how to work on lawnmowers. And when I was 12 years old, I had a lawnmower repair shop. And people would come up and they would talk to my mother and say, I need to talk to the lawnmower mechanic. And she said, well, there he is right there. And they said, we don't want to talk to a kid. And she'd say, if you want to get it fixed, you better talk to him. So I was taught to work. I had a 7-year-old daughter, Kimmy Lane McLean. She got sick, and I put her in the hospital. And from a back then they used to wash her needles, and she got a staph infection, and 18 hours later, she was gone. And the last words she spoke to me, she held her arm and says, Daddy, help me. I couldn't do nothing. However, I did spend all of my life savings trying to save her life. But at that time, after I buried my daughter, my wife blamed me for her death. You didn't do enough to save her life. But I stayed married for 10 years. And it was 10 years of hell on earth. Becca's mama was finding me dates. And one 4th of July, I grabbed her and kissed her, and we both saw fireworks, and we started dating. I asked the kids, I want to ask y'all a question tonight. And the answer is either yes or no. And so we had the meeting, and I said, do you kids want me as your daddy? And they all hollered yes. So I married her. I adopted all 3 of the kids, and I had Linda for 45 years as a wife. And she is still the love of my life. I was very sad when I lost my wife, because, the night she passed away, that night she was in the hospital, and I told her, Linda, you are the love of my life, and I'll do anything in the world for you. But I love you so much that if you're ready to go be with the Lord, you have my permission. And her eyes popped open. She got a smile on her face, and she says, uh-huh. She was waiting for me to tell her it was okay to go be with the Lord. She wanted my permission. And I'll never forget that moment. An hour later, she was gone. But you know, while she was sick, I took care of her for 2.5 years. She was the number one thing in my life. And I would do anything in the world for her. So, you know, life doesn't always turn out the way you want it. But, you know, there's a reason why I'm still here, because the good Lord is not done with me yet.